Welcome to this tutorial on counting different palindromic subsequences. This is considered a hard-level problem in competitive coding, but we will break it down into manageable steps. Let's first understand the problem statement. Given a string S, we need to find the number of different non-empty palindromic subsequences. The result can be huge, so we return it modulo 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. For example, if the input is BCCB, the answer is 6. Before solving, let's clarify three key concepts. A subsequence is formed by deleting characters without changing order. A palindrome reads the same forwards and backwards. Most importantly, different means we count unique string values, not just indices. Why can't we just find every subsequence? A string of length n has 2 to the power of n subsequences. This is exponential time complexity, or O of 2 to the n, which is way too slow. Dynamic programming, on the other hand, solves this in quadratic time, or O of n squared. We will use a 2D array for our dynamic programming state. Let dp of ij represent the count of different palindromic subsequences within the substring starting at index I and ending at index j. Now for the logic. Case 1 is when the characters at both ends, s of I and s of j, are different. In this case, they cannot form a palindrome wrapper together. So, we add the results of excluding the left character and excluding the right character, then subtract the middle part to avoid double counting. Case 2 is when the characters at the ends match. For example, an A at the start and an A at the end. These matching ends create a new wrapper for all palindromes found inside them. Generally, this doubles the count found in the inner substring, but we have to be careful about duplicates. Handling duplicates is the tricky part. If the character A appears inside the substring as well, simply doubling the count will overcount. We have three subcases: no A inside, one A inside, or multiple as inside. We adjust our formula by adding or subtracting specific values based on these inner occurrences. Let's look at the complexity. We are filling a table of size n by n since calculating each cell takes constant time after some preprocessing. Our time complexity is O of n squared. The space complexity is also O of n squared for the table. To summarize, use dynamic programming to avoid exponential complexity. Define your state clearly based on start and end indices. Handle the cases where ends match versus when they don't, and pay special attention to subtracting duplicates to ensure uniqueness.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.